Welcome to my channel, Chisme Más, where I will keep you reporting daily on the entertainment world. This channel where you will learn about the lives of celebrities, scandals, couple, and much more. Second stimulus check is getting further away until Labor Day. No progress in negotiation is anticipated. The total amount of new stimulus package continues to divide Republicans and Democrats. Democrats will not negotiate a new stimulus package again unless Republicans give in to the call for the new legislation to amount for a minimum of $2.2 trillion. Nancy Pelosi, majority leader in the House of Representatives, insisted on Thursday that there are no room to reach an agreement and that there is no reason to continue with the talks until the administration of Donald Trump move in the direction that awaits in Democratic delegation. The proof that emphasized between the parties continued that was that stereo conversation yesterday between Pelosi and the White House Chief of Staff, Mark Meadows, to whom the legislator indicated that the Democrats are not willing to lower their figure. "We cannot go lower because we need to meet the needs of the Americans," Pelosi insisted before reporters. "We cannot keep them short," the spokeswoman added as she quoted by CNN. Before yesterday's call, Pelosi has said that the conversation will be given simply out of respect for Meadows, since the person they consider the leader in the negotiation is the Director of the Department of Treasury. "We do not share the same values. That is why it's so difficult to reach an agreement on this," said the Democrat. Republicans are evaluating the possibility of introducing skilly legislation in the coming days. Media reports such as NBC indicate that the legislation would not include a second round of stimulus check despite multiple mentions of the issue by Republicans like Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and even Trump. Third group, the IRS sent a first batch of stimulus checks to people who had filed 2018 or 2019 tax return and who had already given the IRS the information for direct deposit. Second group, the next group that received that money was the second group, who are Social Security recipients who had direct deposit information on file with federal agency. Third group, paper checks didn't start going home until about a week later and were sent to people who hadn't signed up the direct deposit. There won't be a second stimulus check until mid-September, and if they pass it, Democrats and Republicans said they agree a second stimulus check if it's needed, but they have not passed that one. Although Republican and Democratic lawmakers have signed, they are in favor of second stimulus payment. After months of negotiations, they will have still been able to pass one, according to the Motley Fool. Unfortunately, while it seemed almost certain that lawmakers will pass it before July 31st, that the deadline came and nothing happened. Now those people who hope to have more support money will likely have to wait until mid-September, looking closer to the next period to get one if lawmakers approve it. The reason for this delay is that before a stimulus check begins to send, legislators must pass an economic relief bill which must always pass by Senate and then signed by Donald Trump. However, the Senate went into recess during this month of August and will not return until September 8th. Assuming that the politicians came to a quick deal as soon as they return from recess and approve a second stimulus package, it will still make the IRS to process stimulus payment and send money, so mid-September will be the earliest period in which this support money could begin to arrive. Although the Ontario House of Representatives and the Senate can vote for the stimulus package as soon as the agreement is reached into text of the final legislation is approved. Both bodies should ensure that they have the required votes to pass this plan again. If not, the conversation will continue. Estimates based on the above and the time it took to distribute the first check under the CARES Act suggest that the first deposit of money, should a new package be approved in Congress, could be made between the end of August and the end of September. It will depend on how quickly legislators act. Before the Department of Treasury begins issuing this payment to the Internal Revenue Service (IRS) to distribute the money, the following must occur. Democrats and Republicans have to reach an agreement and write the final bill. Both bodies must vote for legislation. The president must sign the status. In hypothetical case that the parties finalize the process this week, which is highly unlikely, for we anticipate the first check will be issued in the holiday weekend of Labor Day. Media such as CNET estimate that the issuance of the first check will be extended until September 21st. The first payments arranged under the CARES Act, a law passed in March, took 3 weeks to be deposited into bank accounts of beneficiaries who had one. It should be remembered that under the HEALS law promoted by Republicans, minimum payments of $1,200 are available to individuals such as those approved under the CARES law. However, the proposal expands the number of eligible dependents by not limiting requirement to those who are 17 years old or younger as in the CARES Act. 3 groups of people who receive the second stimulus check. First, when approved, having their information will allow them to take actions to be the amongst the first to receive the stimulus check, as I recalled before. The Senate is still discussing the approval of second stimulus check, and if it eventually happens, the IRS will likely use the same calculations and tools to send the second stimulus check that is used to get my tool and IRS payment as reported in CNT. Therefore, if we will deduce in the first 3 groups that I explained before, among the few issues in the Republican Democrats agreed on only a new round of payments for individuals and family. With executive orders signed by President Trump over the weekend in legislative recess that's supposed to have already started, the process in the legislation remained paralyzed with no clear date on which negotiations should resume. The Republicans' measure would involve an outlay of $500 billion that will be directed to an extra weekly increase on unemployment benefits, among other proposals. In a view of the above scenario, in a foreseeing that the Labor Day party will advance the process for the approval of a new stimulus check. Estimates based on the above and the time it took to distribute the first check under the CARES Act suggest that the first deposit of money, should a new package be approved in Congress, could be made at the end of August or September. It all depends on the legislation act. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, Chisme Mas. Turn on the notification bell to receive notifications when I upload a video. Like, comment below, and share.